Alright, today I'm doing a brief video of putting a lithium battery in here. I use two different types, the big battery 100 amp, which I'm putting in today, and sometimes I use the 50 amp. For the 100 and 50, you have to cut these tabs down if they're in here. I just use a grinder, just grind them, slice right through them. And so the 100 amp can go right here. The 50 amp, you got to put two boards of wood down, and I can show you what that kind of looks like. Now here's one I put a 50 amp in, the 50 amp, so you can see I put boards of wood down, just some wood from Home Depot. It doesn't have to be a perfect size as long as it fills a little hole there. And then I put some wood to metal screws, and I went right through the wood into the metal frame. So just to quickly go over with this lithium battery installed, I got the lithium battery here. We mounted the charger here. This is a charge port. You see it plugs in right here, so you can just use a regular cord to plug in. So you don't have to lift up the seat. And then this is our DC converter, so that we can run our lights or anything that's 12 volts, because the battery is 51.5, so you can't run anything off of that. Well, you can't run a 12 volt light off of 51 volts, you'll blow it out. So I'm going to grab our battery here. I've only been using DC House because of they have a good warranty, their price is really low, and I like their battery screen. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the built-in Bluetooth monitors that are very easy to hook up. So this is it right here in this little bag. You know, before I forget, one thing to note is that the this battery comes with a different screen than the big battery. So it comes with this one here. I just put two screws here. You can mount it in any way. It comes with this mount holder, and then you can do little things like turn the battery on and off. It's a little touch screen here. You can see the each cell, the balance of it, and then there's a wire that goes back from there. That just plugs in right here to the battery, right there. That silver is. And so this battery also has built-in Bluetooth, so you can use the Bluetooth on your phone. But this is nice. The nice thing about this battery is you can turn it off when you're not using it, and it helps prevent it from discharging. And you see now it says lock in the red. And then you can even pop this little screen off and take it with you. You just unplug it back here and take it with you, and then no one can take your golf cart. It's locked, the battery's turned off, so that's kind of a nice feature about this touchscreen. So, and also it seems to be pretty waterproof. I've pressure washed the golf carts with these in them, and it did perfect. Nothing. I got this all wet. I wouldn't try to get it wet, but it's gotten wet. And my neighbor across the street, he keeps his golf cart outside in the rain, and he's had it for at least 6 months now without an issue. So the screen that this new bigger battery comes with is right here, and I usually wire them up to the key switch. So you turn the key on and it turns the screen on, and here you go, it's connecting to the battery, and it just runs off of so it's at 87% now. You can see I usually just hot glue it, high temp hot glue it to the front, to the dash, and there's only two wires that come out of here in the back. It's a positive and a negative, and then it connects to the battery through Bluetooth. So and then that positive and negative can run on any voltage between 12 and 55 or something like that, or 60. So if you only have a 12 volt source up there, you can hook it up to that, or if you're going right from the battery, you can hook it up to that as well. So you can hook it up to the key switch, and so when you turn it off, it turns off, so you're not draining your battery. Alright, I just pulled this big battery out of the box, so now we're gonna move it from here into the cart. So it fits really nicely right in there, so that's where we'll put it. There we go, like a glove. So now it's in. We can take this plastic off, this protective plastic, these caps, and we'll start wiring it up. I'm just going to grab a charger here. This is how I like to do the chargers. I put them right in here. Gotta clean it out. There's leaves and everything. And then I use self-tapping metal screws to mount it. Here's my self-tapper. I'm gonna put these in. this hole right here. Use my drill. There you go. Do another one. You don't want to make these too tight because you can crack the housing of the metal on there. It's not the strongest metal, but yeah, that's not going anywhere. Now for charging, you know, you can take this port out and kind of rig in another one, but I'm just going to do a hole here. This is just a cheap hole saw kit off Amazon. It was like 15 bucks, and it came with a whole bunch of sizes. So I'm not sure exactly what size this is, but we're going to make a hole here right into the plastic. There you go. Then we're just going to take our new port here, open it up. Okay, so it's just a 110 volt socket. It'll go right in this hole right here. So you start with the cord, stick that in there, all the wiring, just like that. And then we're going to use 3 screws just to screw it in. I'm just using 3 sheet metal, or sorry, 3 just generic screws. I think these are dry roll screws. And there you go. That's going to be your charge port. And then you simply take your wire here coming from your charge port, and then your wire here from your charger, or vice versa. Plug these two in together. This way you don't have to lift your seat up every time you want to charge. You just plug in right here. That's it. So now we're going to work on the LCD screen. It comes with this handlebar mount, which is not useful on golf carts at all. It's like for a bicycle or a motorcycle. And then it has this raised piece of plastic here. And so on all our carts we cut this off because it just gets in the way. And then trying to figure out where we're going to mount it. I'm kind of thinking this will go right here, right under the key. And we're going to wire it in a way so it turns on and off with the key. Most of the time, with a lot of carts, except for 36 volt easy goes, this is a 48 volt. What should be going on here is this is a positive wire going in and a positive wire coming out. So this will just connect to the positive going out and then a negative from the battery. And that'll be giving it a positive 51 volts from the battery. And then it'll turn off when the key's turned off. So we'll try that. So I know this seems a bit iffy, but I normally cut it off. This little tab off with a grinder. So we'll just do that. See carefully. Alright, once I have it cut off, I'll try to smooth it out. Just smooth that out a little bit. And so when you cut it off, you get you can see inside of it. So I'll fill this with some high temperature hot glue, kind of seal it off. And I've always done that, and it's gotten rained on and wet, and I never had an issue. So we'll seal this up with some high temp hot glue. But while we're waiting for the glue to heat up, we'll kind of fit this. Make sure we put it in the right way. So this will fit right here. And so we'll have to see where the cord comes out in the back and drill a little hole for the power cord. So we'll go ahead and do that. So I got the hole for the power cord drilled there. We're gonna go ahead and stick our wire through. See how this fits. And just kind of see what this might look like once it's mounted. Let's take this key out of here. Boom, so it'll look like that. That's pretty nice. You'll get a nice flat surface there. And then when you put this whole piece back in, it'll just kind of look like that, you know, looking right up at you. Okay, now we got our high temp hot glue. We're gonna go ahead and start filling this little hole here so we can stop any water intrusion. And we're gonna not power this up, of course, while it's wet and conductive. And then while we're here, we'll just go ahead and get some hot glue on the rest of the back of this. Just like that. And we'll stick it on here. And there you have it. That creates a nice mount there. I've never had this fall off before, even in hot weather. And I mean, this hot glue it melts at something like 200. I don't know what, way hotter than it gets outside. And I definitely had like the adhesive strips fall off, but I never had this hot glue stuff. This high temp hot glue. This is a 120 volt. And then you can get the high temp sticks, and they also make these in black as well, so they hold better. Anyway, okay, next we're going to take our DC converter, take this out the box. First thing we got to do is extend the wires. If you look at the back here, we got an input and an output. So this input's where can be a positive and negative from the battery. And the output's going to be the positive 12 volt out, which is going to go to your accessories like your lights and your radio and etc. So it's going to be this red and black for the input, then this black and yellow for the output. So what I like to do is connect this red and this black to our charge cable, and that way we don't have to run a whole bunch of extra wires to the battery. Well, scratch that. I'm just going to splice into the negative and not the positive, because I'm going to run this positive coming from the key switch. So that way when I turn the key on, it turns on the DC converter. When I turn the key off, it turns the DC converter off, so this thing is not constantly running when the key's off. I usually do that on all my rental carts so that this doesn't drain the battery. It drains very slowly, but you know, if you leave it in there for like 2 weeks, you come back to your cart and it was at, you know, it'll probably drop maybe 15%, 20% in 2 weeks, depending on how much load's on it. So now we have this going to spliced into the negative here, which is going to go to the negative terminal of the battery. And then this we will mount right now, probably trying to figure out where I'll mount it. I'll probably mount it right here with another self-tapping screw. All right. I got the radio installed. Put a screen in here, and you can control the music and stuff, and got some Bluetooth. There's your LCD monitor that turns on and off with the key. Turn the key and it turns on. And this turns on when you turn the key as well. Headlights. I gotta cut out the holes for the headlights. But battery and everything's wired up. And so now we're gonna pop out these. I'm drawing the lines for the headlights. And I'm gonna do it in the back too. Alright, lights for holes cut. I'm gonna wrap it before I put the front lights on. Or the back lights, really. Just have them sitting here. Alright, I have to do a black undercoat for this wrap coming on here. I'll let it dry a little bit and then we'll do the wrap. Okay, now it's all wrapped up with the lights. Gonna put some to the seats and these wheels. And there's the rims, or hubcaps rather. On all four sides. Now it just needs the seats done, the floor, a windshield, back seat kit. There it is. Basically finished here. Got your lights, turn signals, hazards. Just a few more little touch-ups, but it's almost done. It's got a Bluetooth radio. Like the wire's got to be tidied up. Touchscreen display. It's got a new extended roof on top. Not new, but used. Back seat. Get your hazards working. Seat belts. Lithium is in there. So this will be just about done.